Corinth, 4th century BC. Timophanes wants to be king. He's not a stranger seizing a throne. He's Timoleon's brother. Timoleon doesn't wait to see what kind of king he'll be. He doesn't wait for the first unjust edict, the first political prisoner, the first year of tribute paid under threat. He acts while the crown is still being reached for, not after it's been placed on a head. That's the whole distinction, and it's worth sitting with. A tyranny you punish after it reigns has already reigned. The city already paid for it. The executions, the seized land, the years lost. Justice that arrives after execution is just accounting, a ledger of what was taken, not a wall against the taking. Timoleon enforces before execution. He stops the transition from ever completing. The coup doesn't get to finish becoming real. It doesn't get to settle into legitimacy just because nobody stopped it in time. The cost is not abstract. This is his brother. His own mother curses him for it and never speaks to him again. He exiles himself for 20 years, guilt-bound, while Corinth calls him a hero and he can't hear it as one. Constraint enforced against someone who trusts you, someone bound to you by blood, is the hardest constraint there is to hold. Nobody who does this walks away clean. He didn't either. But the city stayed free. That was the trade, made with open eyes, and he paid the whole personal price of it alone, in silence, for 2 decades. Then Syracuse calls. Tyrants inside the walls, Carthage outside them. They summoned the man who did the hardest thing anyone in Corinth remembered, and he goes. 700 men, a handful of ships, reluctant every step of the way. He does it again, removes what's illegitimate before it can finish becoming permanent. Meets a Carthaginian force many times his size at the Cremises and wins, not by strength, but by reading the ground and the weather before the enemy could read either. And here's the part that matters more than the war. He doesn't crown himself. He brings in a philosopher to help write the laws. He redistributes the land. He rebuilds the courts, calls the exiled settlers home, restores the whole civic structure of the city. Everything he just proved he was personally capable of holding, he refuses to hold personally. He puts it into a system instead. That's the real move. Not, I will rule justly. The city will not need me to. Enforcement that lives inside one man dies with that man, or turns the moment his judgment slips, or his heirs decide differently. Enforcement built into the structure of the thing, the laws, the courts, the redistributed land, the office instead of the man, outlives everyone who built it. He retires, goes blind, dies in the city he rebuilt, and they bury him in his own marketplace. The laws hold without him. Syracuse doesn't slide back into tyranny the day he's gone, because he never made himself the wall between the city and the next tyrant. The structure was the wall. He just built it, then stepped back and let it stand on its own. Every system that depends on one good man staying good, staying in power, staying alive, is one death or one betrayal away from becoming the exact thing it was built to prevent. Kill the coup before it executes. Then build something durable enough that it doesn't need you to keep killing coups forever. This is not commentary. It is category formation. Enforcement precedes execution. Build accordingly.